Hey, thanks for jumping on our YouTube channel, which we haven't used for a little while. So hopefully we're back here with some regular stuff going on. Before we get stuck into today's podcast, we're coming to Adelaide and Perth.
Cannot wait.
Hell yeah. It is happening in April. So gather round for Adelaide, of course. So we're going to be there and doing a show on Friday, the 10th of April. All the details are at dreamteamtalk.com/live. You can find those and buy the tickets. And then we will be in Perth on Wednesday, the 29th of April, doing a proper theatre show because we're...
Proper.
Now,
still going to be proper, all right?
Won't it ever? Have you got your comedy routine sorted out?
Of course. Yep.
So Doggy's doing his green vest punishment.
The comedy routine is just
Now,
going
it's
to be
not a
visual
tattoo on
comedy
the
and I'll
arse.
bring you on stage.
Yeah, this is going to be good. Stand up, dog.
Anyway,
That is must watch.
Grab your tickets because it's going to be fun. They are flying out the door, as they say, so don't miss out. Get your mates together, bring your league along and have a little bit of fun because about, what's that, round 5 is gather round. We all still think we're a chance
Oh,
to
we
win
definitely
and
do,
all that
yes.
sort of stuff. So anyway, let's get stuck into this podcast for today. If I can hit the right buttons.
Welcome to the official AFL Fantasy podcast with the Traders.
G'day with the Traders. I'm Roy. I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie
Coach of the Wandogs.
and Gavin.
Coach of Calvinator.
Boys, it's here. We saw a
mate.
bit of real footy.
Yes,
it
we
looked
did.
pretty
Well, it
real
was
to
real.
me.
It
I
was.
quite liked it.
It was good.
But we are moving into some pracky games and things like that where... I hate to say it, I overuse this a little bit, but we go up one more notch.
We turn it up
We
a
turn it
notch.
up a
We
notch.
do. Calvin, you turned it up a notch for something crazy on the weekend. You had a super early draft.
Yeah, I know.
February 14, happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
Oh, no.
Now, listen.
Have we had... When was that?
No,
Oh, my...
Okay.
No wonder I'm in the doghouse again.
one of the boys had to leave draft early to get back for Valentine's Day.
Oh.
And I'm like, mate,
Hates the doghouse.
come on.
How did it go? How did Team Calvinator come out of it?
I dominated it. So it's a 12 bloke league.
You're going three-peat, aren't
yeah,
you?
11 of the three-peat coming up. 11 of the 12 were there, and we do a big two-nighter down at the beach down at Hawley. So
That's fun.
It is always an absolute cracker.
You had pick 11, Calvinator. You took Rosie.
I did. So we had Big Deal, number 42 hat winner from last year, the community hat, Roy.
Community hat.
He was
Our
after
hat.
me, so we went back-to-back picks. You know,
Oh.
Yeah, so we're stealing each other's at some time. So, I went
but
Rosie.
That's dangerous. You two at the back end of a draft. That's a good spot to be.
It is. We're elite.
I like having a look at your draft board. I've got it in front of me at the moment.
Right.
And Tim English went at pick 5, which I don't hate. But then, did the boys just panic?
They did. They
needed a ruck.
So beforehand, I like to stand up and give them,
Oh, God, I'd pay money to watch this, to be honest.
What Cow knows, right? And I
Yeah.
just said, listen, bit of uncertainty at the moment around Meeky, O'Brien, my boy Sweetie. You know, there's all a bit of uncertainty
Marshall.
about their role. Yeah, I didn't mention Marshall, obviously. And they panicked. So when they saw English and Grundy go, they just went, holy hat. And then Chambo with his AI system failed him again. So he ended up with Rowan Marshall.
Rowan Marshall, pick 9.
But he might
Crikey.
get forward status. So maybe it's a stroke of genius.
Maybe.
Maybe
not.
Maybe not.
Yeah, so that went there, and then, interesting throughout it. I think any other surprises for you on the day, Cal? Well, your guys are pretty switched on.
They are. They love it. So, no real secret. And they did it without a draft kit this year, so that was a little bit challenging for
That
them.
will hopefully be out soon.
But no, it was. I think we did well, and a big year coming up.
I was getting messages from people within that draft.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can't tell you who, but
Oh, okay.
I don't think they were backing in your pep talk.
Is that
'cause They were
right?
coming to me.
Is that right?
That is right.
So the pausing the draft feature is really, really good, especially if the guy, he wasn't in the room.
Oh.
So he didn't know it happened. So he's drafting from home with his kids. So when it got to his turn, I'd just pause it. And he'd start messaging everyone, it stopped. So anyway,
That's good.
it's good for a toilet
Good
break,
old Cal.
a beer break, and also
He's a funny guy.
to
He
annoy
is.
your mates.
Who had pick 1? Melted Gumboots.
That's killer.
Yeah, so he went forward. So Sheezer
did.
would pick 1, and then when it came all the way back around, got the next forward off the board, which was Petrarca.
I
Good
didn't mind
strategy.
it. I didn't mind
that.
it. Yeah.
And I don't mind what he got with his third forward in round 8 with Brent Daniels.
Oh, that's a way to round it out.
Yeah,
He's done well
He
there.
knows what he's doing.
He does. Rightio, that was that. Then, Saturday night, did you have your draft done before Origin started?
Yeah, we did. Yep.
That was awesome.
It was very
That's
good.
awesome.
It was just like
Until
watching our
Wiedering.
fantasy team run around out there.
I was all, this is great. Wiedering. Had to be a Carlton player, didn't it?
Yep.
So then
So-
it wrecked it for me. I had to turn it off for a quarter. I was that upset.
Fair
A couple of injuries there out of it. I guess Wiedering's one.
Yes.
You've also got just a few iced guys, I reckon.
Yeah.
Like Sam Taylor, if that
Yes.
is something more than just needing to ice his calf.
Yeah.
Or his hamstring, I think it was for him.
It's all stuff that could have happened in next
Yeah,
week's
of
cracky
course,
games.
of course.
Like it was,
Matt Rao had a bit of a finger, but I think that's okay. But the other one was Max Gawn. So
very
apparently
interested in
some
this.
hamstring, had a scan before the game, but wanted to
And
play
was there
through
nothing
it.
there? Or
Well, I don't know. So that's an interesting one.
that is, isn't it? Yeah, okay.
But scoring wise, we take nothing out of this
no.
game. We take nothing out of this
Speak
game.
for yourself.
However, Nick Dacos, 149.
Oh, wow.
How he didn't win the medal as well. Jeez, he was
morning.
good.
It's a bit
38 disposals, 9 marks, 5 tackles for him. Even kicked a snag in that. He just looked good. He's playing against the best players
Yeah.
in the competition,
Yes.
but
In
still
the
looks
world.
better.
Yep.
In the
In the
world.
world.
In the world.
So you can take nothing out of it, or you can take something out of it. He is better again. Like he was next level.
This could be, because he didn't get the medal,
Yes.
this could be another little revenge
Revenge-y.
season for
He-
Nicholas.
He's already so good that he's like, we love our NBA references. Back in the day where it just became too easy to give LeBron MVP.
Yep.
That's what they're doing with Nick.
I agree.
Poor guy hasn't even got Brownlows yet, and he's like, nah, too good, boring, predictable. He was amazing, dog. Like, he was next level.
So we can't take too much out of it. The thing is, though, Zach Butters was epic as well. Like, there's no part of that you're not picking him as well, because we had him locked in from day one. I don't think he leaves there as
he
well.
does not.
But what we did want to watch was probably the rules. Again, I don't think we could take too much out of this game with the rules. There was, a bit of the last disposal out of bounds, but that came off a foot as well.
Yeah.
That was a weird one
It was,
as well. Like,
yes.
I didn't know that was part of the rule, but I don't think we saw anything from that just because the players are so good.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a normal game of football. This was
That-
circle work. This was seeing the elite do elite things.
Yeah, and like I noticed a little bit of that in the rucks.
Yeah.
Like in, say, Tim English, for example, if you are running out of defence for the Bulldogs and you see Big Timmy there, you hit him up.
Yep.
But if you see Big Timmy there and Bailey Smith and Nick Dacos and Zach Butters, Big Timmy's not. You're not kicking it.
So
to
what did you
Timmy,
get out of the
are you?
rucks, Cow? This is the thing. You had big dogs up against big dogs and dual big dogs is the other part of it. You've actually got teams playing with 2 rucks, and they're not just
No.
a really good ruck
Superstar.
and just someone else that's coming in to chop out.
Well, a guy like X-Airy scored 54 from 53% time on ground.
Okay.
Like, I think that sort of sums it up. So they're obviously sharing with each other. No one had more than 70% time on ground. So it's hard to look into the stats and go, because I saw some content creators going, the rucks are cooked. Right? New rule,
No,
rucks
they
are cooked.
didn't.
Yes, dog, I did.
Calvin.
That's a lie.
I did. I did see it. I'll show you.
It's probably your
Really?
mates down at draft day
Yeah,
after
could have
they
been.
draft him in the first
So
round.
we
Regret.
can't look anything into it too much at all. So
No.
it's
No,
fine.
I don't think you can with the rucks. Like, that's exactly right.
We'll see
there
a
was
bit over these
split,
next couple of
There
weeks,
was time on ground.
Also, the
But
fact
like
that
I'm saying, you wouldn't use them when you've got...
No.
You haven't usually got those other guys there. Like,
But for me, there wasn't really the noticeable change in those rules as well.
No.
X isn't going to be able to follow up with that tackle either in a game like that.
No.
That's a thing. Yeah. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
We just saw that. That didn't really throw... Nothing jumped out at me that was going, these rule changes have gone... It's blown
Like
the game. It's a
ruined a
different
ruck.
game
No,
or anything like
no,
that.
for
So
sure.
we'll see that over these next couple of weeks. Now, Friday... Everyone just appeared to have played an intra-club game, and heaps streamed them too. So that was a good Friday of watching those. So GWS, this one wasn't streamed, but this is the biggest news out of it. Poor old Tom Green, ACL.
devastating.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So what that means, and I know some people were very quick to jump on and says, who's this good for? His body's not It's still warm, boys.
I know, you
Wait,
just, like,
you got to keep
take
it a
a
little
minute.
bit.
Like,
could
we're
not do that.
inappropriate, right? When we do the wrong thing,
least-
Dog's the worst at it.
He
No,
is.
he's not.
Now, if Dog's giving you a lecture on etiquette,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you've done bad.
Yes, be better, Dog.
But a little bit of time has passed now. The other part this morning, listening to the radio on the way in, Jason McCarthy was on SEN, and he said that Finn Callahan will miss the next couple of weeks with a hip flexor injury. He may be pushing it for round 0 for opening round.
Well, he's still warm, you sicko. I tell you what,
At least it's not a full season.
some of your etiquette wouldn't go astray in our group chat.
Yeah.
Because, man, oh, man, that's how you introduced the Green News.
What's that?
Who's this good for?
No, this is a lie. This is a lie. So
He's a friend of ours.
now let's
He's
go
a
with
friend of
that.
the
What
show,
does that
Dog.
mean? So Clayton Oliver, Cow, you've been actually really keen on him this pre-season.
Only because I like to write about him, I think.
It does do it to you.
It does.
Surely he is though.
How is
this
it
is
not?
now?
The issue is, though, he was always going to be in there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to put him more in there than he already was.
No,
But
There's
is he
There's
just
always
more
gonna be.
important?
Yeah, because
He
I
is more
kind of
important.
liked that he was in there. He got to reintroduce himself as second or third
Yeah,
fiddle
agree.
among superstars.
Yep.
Now it's like, oh, sorry, Clayton, you have to be that guy again.
Yep.
Like we need you, that guy, instantly. So it'll be interesting how he responds. Apparently, he trained really well. He's been training well and had an impact in that Intraclub.
So who's going to be also in there? Like that's the thing.
that is a big
Toby
question.
Green, does he get a bit of a run?
Well, before
yes.
before Tom hurt himself, there was talk that Toby was going to spend more time back in there again. How
Might need to now.
would this have changed that? If
Exactly.
anything, surely that's more
or
intense.
is it, Cogs? He played in the Origin
Yeah.
game as well.
Moving all
He
right
might-
too?
He is.
He did. He looked good.
Leakey could get
Leakey could.
opportunity.
Yeah, it's going to be maybe those guys like a Harry Roaston who
Yeah.
got a gig there, and DJ tells me he's 20 points unders if you take out the sub.
Well, there you go.
Don't
If
know
he
if you
gets
could
the
do
role,
that, but-
no, probably he's a bit too expensive. But I don't know. There's opportunity there now through their horrible, unfortunate situation.
D's, it was all about Caleb Windsor.
How
He's a
good was he?
midfielder. He's a
Yes.
midfielder, and that's what they were doing with him. So, Cow, I know, Roy, you were the Crows, the D's man?
Yes.
You were. So, old mate Harvey Langford was probably the one that we thought, oh, yep, he might be the one on the up. But it looks like it's Windsor. So, it looks like Langford's going to come off a wing,
Yeah.
and then it's Windsor that was in there. Now, they were missing Cozzy and Trent Rivers, which I still don't have a read on exactly what
Yeah,
his role
agree.
is going to
No.
be. But, Windsor was in there with Jack Steele.
Yeah.
So they were in there all the time. Sparrow was the other one that
Yeah.
was sort of floating in there, but he was in there ahead of Harvey Langford.
So it's very interesting. Now, if Windsor had just popped up in that game with no preseason chat, I'd be very hesitant. But I have, because D's were my team,
Yep.
I have been talking about him through preseason. So he's someone I'm very comfortable at getting serious about now.
Got the defender status, so that's
Yes.
handy.
Look-
Price stat, Cow.
Yeah, 54.
Yeah.
There's a
So
lot
There's
of
20
meat on
points
the bone.
there. If
There
he's
is
got a
20 there.
midfield role,
Yep.
it's 20 points
And
at a
it
minimum.
doesn't have to be 75%
No.
either.
No.
Like he doesn't need much in there to put 20 on that.
And as we know, they've lost two guys that had fair chunk of
Yes.
midfield, especially Clary.
Yeah. So what was he? Was he real impact in there? Because I didn't
Fast.
get eyes
He was
on.
the guy they gave it to. He was just everything about it, both inside and outside.
So is there room for him and Pickett, like in there with
Yeah,
the Steele,
but-
for example?
I wonder, like, Pickett, is he a guy that has massive CBAs? Like, his numbers are
Yes.
huge.
Yes.
What are they, Cal? What do you have? 69?
69%
big.
CBAs.
And, like, it's kind of the old Dusty sort of 69%
Yeah.
CBAs, I reckon. He's in there, burst forward. He even did that. I think he started in the Origin game in the Gas, got that first clearance,
Yes.
didn't he? So
Yeah,
he
he
was,
did.
yeah, that's how he plays. You wouldn't call him that traditional
Right.
starting midfielder.
So
as
Windsor
such.
could be in there alongside him.
Could be.
Right.
Could be. We'll see what that looks like anyway.
Okay.
The only other name I wanted to throw to there was Xavier Lindsay on half back
Oh,
and
that's
using him a lot
dangerous.
too. And I
Yeah.
think that could be one to watch if it's not just for draft, but geez. I don't know. Awkwardly priced.
He's a straight mid.
Straight mid.
Too.
Yeah, so you pick him up super late in draft for a bit of DPP later.
Oh, I like it.
We're going to see lots of rookies from West Coast for us. It's CDT kicked 5 goals. Now, I know he's playing against West Coast,
well
the
said.
B team.
Yeah.
Not just the B team. Guess who else? Their
C
assistant
team.
coaches.
Oh, yeah,
were
they
playing
couldn't-
in T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, no.
Yeah, I nearly got a call up.
Have Moise.
Yeah.
but
And I don't think the coaches were very good.
he'll play, I think. Duff Tytler's going to play.
He plays.
So
Well,
he could be there
Well,
as
one of the coaches,
a ruck forward.
his direct opponent.
I think so.
I need to know that.
Schoenberg, he's been a bit of a bolter
Yes.
the
The
last
Berg, yes,
couple
he
of
is.
weeks. So
Yes.
I reckon he's a chance. I think he's going to be in their team.
Was his
Probably
opponent wearing a
half forward.
T-shirt?
Probably half forward.
Jersey.
Dev Robertson, it's going to be a watch over these next couple of weeks for him as well. But in the middle, Reed was epic. He's going 90.
He's
Is
got
he
the
really?
tools.
He's got the tools.
Got the tools.
I thought as
So
much.
he's putting 20 plus on. McCarthy too.
Yeah,
He's
how
just
good did he
midfield.
look?
Yep, good.
Because I think we need to consider.
Yep. Well, he's in the
McCarthy.
mix with a few of those
Yeah.
in the 80s
Yes.
defenders
Yeah.
that you could go with. Yeah.
What did the eye tell you about Dev?
He was okay. Like, he's probably not.
Didn't
Wasn't outstanding.
He got
But had
mid-time, though.
mid-time, bit
Yeah.
of wing, bit of forward.
Right,
Like, it's
okay.
just,
The
yeah.
role was okay.
right.
Yep. And then, who was I going to say? Yowie as well. So he looked great,
Now we're talking.
but he's going to sort of have that forward mid role.
Right.
Yep. But that might be easing him in there in that pracky as well.
So that's a draft one, obviously, because
Yeah.
he didn't play last
He's
year.
a very good player, Yowie.
Priced
He's
at,
cheap.
Priced at an average of 64.
See, look, that if his body holds up, that's a minimum 20 on
Has to
that.
be.
Crows game.
Oh.
The talk then of the last week is how McAndrew is ahead of Big Rob.
Are we
Now,
believing
is
all of this?
See, this is where
Couldn't be.
my gut feel on all of this is it's a rocket. I think a few of these are rockets
Oh,
for
okay.
players, but he might be. He was better. He leapt a lot better than Rob, as you could imagine, in that pracky game. He was in the A team.
Do you know what? In the we said we didn't take much out of the ruck stuff in the state of origin, but I did expect to see at the centre far more leaping
Yeah.
than I actually did see. Like,
See, Max is not a massive leaper.
no, he's not, but he was still in the contest.
Yeah.
Like, all the talk was that anyone who can't go and do that is out of the game, and I think that's what the approach the Crows have taken with this talk as well. Maybe Rob would be fine.
Yeah. Rob was better at ground level. Like,
Yeah.
he was, the ball hit the deck. He was
Well,
able
that's
to pick it up.
arguably more important than the one hit out.
So McAndrew, 286.
He could be so he could be
Could
the
be your
R3.
R3.
If he is playing and Rob wasn't,
He has
I
to
think
be
you
your
have
R3.
to do it.
Oh, you
Not
would.
R2. You can't go
No,
R2.
it's too hard to get out of that.
It is.
Because
It's a
that's the other
long
thing.
way
This
out of
is
that.
if it is the rocket, and even if he does start, Rob could be back. And they've done this to Rob before
They
as
have.
well. Like, he played. Was it last year he played Sandful?
Yeah, you would have.
But
at
you
some
think
point.
about the eye test, and if you read the rules, you would go automatically. Rob's in serious strife.
Yeah, 100%.
with his skill set.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
his tools.
Yeah, his tools.
Rochelle, bit of forward to start with, but then he did get the midfield time. It's one to watch. We just got to watch.
So
I
it
don't
didn't
know.
sell you.
No,
Oh,
One to
okay.
watch.
more on the no side than the yes side
Was
after
it?
watching that. But,
And then there's Rank.
intra-club game.
Yeah,
Rankin played
Rankin
in that.
played, did
yeah.
it? Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
North Melbourne. So, midfield, LDU looked really good.
And he is.
I think he's an option.
He is
He's
an
under
option.
90, isn't he?
Yeah, he's cheap.
And he's been like 95, 96
Yeah.
before.
Could he get triple figures?
No, I don't know if he can.
How many times do you have to get burnt? That's the problem.
That's it.
Not with and not with She's next to him as well, who will do whatever he wants. He's going to be a midfielder. I think that's all looking all right there. Foss was the other one. Fino Sullivan. He spent a lot of time in the midfield. So he's got defender status.
I think it's time, Dog. You can claim him. He's your boy.
He is.
He's one of Dog's boys.
He is.
Yeah, I don't know if I want him. But he's going to be a good footballer because he
I
was
think
actually
he's
very good.
really good.
In that. Colby, half-back. Everything we sort of wanted and thought about. He did get a little bit of a stint in the guts sort of later on. But half-back, I think this is the thing about a lot of these games, and we'll talk about this week coming up as well. The first part of the game is the most important because I think the first quarter will be a bit more like
The real thing. I gotcha.
So, of positions and what they're doing. Anyway, so Colby half-back. Caleb, though, taking all those kick-ins.
Right.
That was one really, really bad one. I saw a turnover. He tried
No.
to chip 20 metres and it was a turnover straight away. It was to a teammate. It's just that he was wearing the other colour.
So that needs to be, Colby needs to be
It can
doing
be
that.
confusing.
Colby needs to do that.
I would think so.
Come on.
I think they like Colby having it at the 50
Right.
Yeah.
ripping through and
Zippy.
zipping around.
Not happy with it either, just quietly.
Hey, he'd grow to love it.
Hey, we had a chat to him.
What?
And I've run the nickname past him.
Did you say it? Sell it properly? Zippy the kangaroo?
Yeah.
Yes.
He
We did
probably
all-
hasn't even heard of Skippy.
No, he wouldn't
You
have.
think you'd prefer Sonic over that?
Anyway, we have grilled him about going and get some kick-ins.
Right.
So, yeah, he knows. He knew anyway.
How much did he hate the nickname?
I'm not going to say he hated it.
No, see, he's warming to
Not a
it.
fan.
It might grow on him.
Okay.
Port Adelaide, they played even teams. And this is where you get even less out of things.
Really?
Because it's
Did
always
they?
nice to see an A team because you go, oh, where's a bit of a pecking order here?
Yes.
But yeah, Rosie halfback, Bergman in the middle. Sweet versus Vicentini is the other one.
This is the matchup I wanted to hear, dog.
Yeah. I don't know.
Look,
No
I
answers out of it, basically.
I heard nil all draw. Now
They could
Bergman,
both play together.
Yeah.
Bergman's the one I'm interested in,
Yep.
and I need
He was in the middle.
right.
Yep.
How confident that he'd stay in there?
I don't know.
This is vital. My whole structure.
So Adelaide and
Revolves
Port
around
Adelaide
that
get to
last
play each
pick.
other this week, so we'll see what that looks like.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Because
Uh,
we know with him, if he's back, it's bad.
It is.
Brisbane
bad.
didn't get too much out of this, except a little whisper that Kitty was playing at half forward.
Oh,
Okay.
that's an interesting.
Half forward wing sort of role, apparently. So, yeah.
Now, is he in for you guys at the moment?
Yeah, he is for me.
He's in for
I
me.
can't ignore that
Don't
price.
know.
But if it's half forward, that is a flag and a half.
Bombers, Blackiston, he's just there as their ruck.
Right.
Rules are going to suit
Still-
him. Yep. So
still.
he's a lock, whether D5's the most obvious place for him in your side, I think, at the moment.
Can we really do this?
Yes.
We've trapped ourselves
Yes.
with things like this before.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can let Dog bully us into
Well,
picking,
don't do it then.
picking
Don't
us a
do it.
bomber,
No, here
right?
we go.
Please don't do it.
Because I can just see it failing.
Same.
And we're all ripping into him all year because of Blackiston.
Thanks for the 30, dog.
Thanks, Dog.
But there's so many rookie defenders that you can be flicking to if it doesn't work. It's sort of the thing, probably the concern with it maybe is how long it's for
Yeah.
Yeah.
with Brian. But yeah.
I'd take a couple of good weeks.
Yep, and that might be all we need.
Alright.
Archie Roberts, last couple of weeks he's been playing in the midfield and
Has
apparently he's
he?
quite good in there as well. He might be someone that we almost talked as not so much a bust, but one that, oh yeah, but
Do you know what?
he could actually be very good.
Rarely do I say and talk up a bomber more than Dog. Dog bullied me into that bus talk. I'm a massive fan of Archie.
He's
legit.
good.
Like, how is he not actually in the conversation to select? He's very
Yeah.
good.
He's a good player.
No buy.
Yeah,
He's
900K.
86.
Maybe I'm showing keeper bias. Sorry. That's another good one I have.
Yeah, he's probably fairly priced, but
Okay.
could be very good. Now, there'll be a few kids there. Farrow off half back, and that's been talked up enough there by, I even heard the new skipper talking him up as well.
Really? So you tick it?
Andy McGrath said that he was good back there, as well as Roy Giannis.
Oh,
Max
yeah.
Kondo Giannis.
Yeah.
He was all right, 230k defender.
Thanks, Basil.
However, there will be a couple. We did see out of that too is that Kako has a bit of an issue.
Oh.
May not play round one. I
Right,
think it was a
okay.
hammy from memory.
Okay.
But that could open the door for Hussein El Akka.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll see what
Did he look
happens
all
there.
right?
Yeah, he'll be a busy small forward.
Yeah,
but
hard to score,
we'll see what that looks like. His basement price, so that is obviously
Might
a
need
handy
one.
thing for that. Richmond, right? Lawler, we're ticking that.
Oh, that is getting a really thick tick.
Their
at the moment.
midfields were like evenish midfields by the looks of it, with what that looked like their lineup. But their best on ground cow, and I think you gave a hard no on this. Houghton.
Yes.
I'm getting Houghton on him
Here we go, Dog.
because
No,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't mind it, Dog.
okay, so
I bet it's been used.
It has.
was
Ford,
really bad. Dog stole it,
485k, right? So he's
485.
cheaper than Lawler.
Oh.
Was best on. I think he kicked multiple goals
What?
in that from the middle, being as a midfielder. So
Very
could be one to watch here.
So what's he priced at?
485.
Gosh.
So you're doing that over Marshall, if anyone was looking at that in
You
the
are.
forward line, or
So it's
those
80,
types of
80k
players.
less than Lawler.
Well, you might
I
have
think
to
you have both. I
Yeah.
think you could have. They both are in my current side.
Well,
I
they
don't know
really?
if I'm just reacting a little
Well,
bit there.
I'll take like your advice with Houghton there. But Lawler, have you seen the
Oh, yeah.
comms that come out about
Yep.
him today?
Yep, he's just
He's nearly forced his way into the leadership group.
Wow.
Wales, right?
What did I read? Like he played 20% or did 20% of the preseason last year and stuff, and now full preseason. Like all of that cannot be underrated.
No,
enough.
I'm
Like
with you
you've
on
got to.
No, the words coming out and the fact that he's a bit cheaper after those last 2 games as well. Whoa, I think he's in for a thump.
Coming in the middle as well, Rechko looks like he's probably got that wing, Grill off half back. So lots to watch with
We're
the
gonna have a lot of
Tigers. We're going to
those
have a few of
guys.
those
I think
kids
we're gonna
there.
have to.
No early bye. They play the first game of the fantasy season, obviously, on that
Yeah.
Thursday night. So, yeah, a lot to watch.
The thing is, I think we're just going to be loaded with them because they're going to be there and there for the long haul. They might not score huge, but they're all going to be there.
Agree.
For Collingwood, have a watch on Angus Anderson. So he's someone that might be sliding into calculations. And Harvey Harrison as well, played in the A-team as well. So he might be a cheaper guy to look at. Carlton Roy, Walsh, best on ground. What did you hear?
50.
50 what?
Raise the ball.
50 touches?
Around that.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Now, how many of their assistant coaches were wearing T-shirts playing against that?
None. Walsh is the question with Walsh that you have to ask yourself any preseason is, has it been interrupted or uninterrupted? And usually interrupted means back surgery, which is not good.
Spinal.
Like most people would miss a year. He still gets up and plays, but nowhere near his best. That guy gets through the preseason, touch wood, and he'll put, like he's a 110 guy. He's priced at about 92, and he is killing it. Don't forget how good Walsh is. Even back in 2024, he got to 106.
Yep.
And his best is better than that.
Are you turned off by the early buy for him?
Well, to some extent, yes. And because it's so quick, it's like round 2.
Round 2.
But you look at the games on either side of it, opponent-wise.
Yeah.
Crikey, it is soft. I think you can cover him for that first week.
So he shares the buy with
That
Brisbane.
first bye, sorry. Yeah.
Brisbane. So if you've got Kitty maybe.
Yeah.
Collingwood, probably no one.
Nah.
And Geelong.
Yeah. No one.
Probably no one. So you probably could.
I think you can cover it.
You can get away with it.
Jared will be one of those, well, which you have in your side. So you'll
Correct.
have 2 midfielders there
Yes.
that are not playing because you just have to pick him. He's been elite this preseason.
He's the other one that had 50.
He had both at 50.
100 between them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, St Kilda, Jack Carroll, he's one that is getting interest because of his half-back time that he might be. So he'll be one to watch there. Cal, you wrote an article, Mr. Popular.
Oh, yes, about.
I think it was like the 28th of January or something like that. The game had been open about a week. You had the stats there.
Named it after yourself.
Look, I did. Didn't have any assistant coaches in it, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. They're all rookie priced.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure what that looks like now exactly. However, there's a great X account called @BitInThat, and they're out there pumping out some cool data of like the changes of ownership over like basically daily updates, which is cool.
That is
so
cool.
I
Very
got
cool.
them to collect the data since Cow actually did that.
Oh.
So we're going to look at sort of where things have changed in the last, couple of weeks and a bit,
Influential
essentially.
cow.
Mister.
Well, no, I don't think Cow's
No.
because
Oh, yeah.
not long after that, Roy released the team reveal.
makes
So that's probably
more
where a
sense.
lot of changes happen.
That makes a lot of
So
sense.
in that time, I'm going to go through some of the biggest increases in that time that we've seen. So Leo Lombard went from basically 16% to 34% of teams.
Significant.
We've heard more that he's probably going to be there, 230k forward, so
Yeah.
that's right. LJ's had a big one. He's doubled his ownership.
Crikey.
So
We put
Luke
some
Jackson-
pressure on Big LJ.
Probably all came off the back of that Ruck podcast that we did a week ago or so. But I think I'm just still a fan at the moment
Yeah.
So
of
am I.
doing it.
So am I.
Yep.
So Cow's come around.
I have. I'm one of the percentage people that have
Lawler's
boosted
gone
it.
up a fair bit as well, so he's third on the list if you're talking about pure data or
Okay.
ownership
Yep.
there. So he's gone from 14% up to 26% in that time. So
Very
getting
fair.
hot. Colby, he was very popular anyway, 35%. Now he's in 46%. of size.
46.
Yep.
It's a lot.
Huge.
Wow.
And Josh Rochelle, he went from 3% up to 14%.
Wow.
So he's
Calm
had a
your farm.
fair thing. Just some other names that have gained some popularity. Rookies are obviously in that. Rechko, Dev Robertson. He's in like 54% of
Yeah.
sides now. So
Yeah.
fingers crossed he's going to be there. Grill's in there. Farrow. Blackiston's had a big leap, but I still think it's unders. He's only in 9% of teams. He was in 1% before.
Yeah.
But he could be
Thought he'd be double figures.
one of those Petrarca's in the mix there. And just all the probably usual suspects as people start filling their teams and working out what they're doing across that time. Losing stocks, or the ones that have gone down.
Stocks down, we call it.
So,
don't we,
Cal,
Rory?
I reckon Draper would have been in your list, Sam Draper.
Yes, he would have.
And he was in at 23% of sides, now in like about 5 or so.
Yeah.
I think we've worked it well. He's not going to play the start.
No.
So that's why he's gone down. Sid Draper, he's had that sort of managed pre-season. I'd be wiping him off my starting squad to start with. Lockie Carmichael, Sindez for him. Jai Caldwell. So he's one that was a hot early.
Yes.
17% to start the season, or at the time of the Mr. Popular stuff. 17 now down to 9.
Because it's starting to get real, right? And people are just going, hang on, am I really doing this?
They like the idea of it to start with.
Right
you
at the
think.
start, silly season, chuck them all in, and now you're like,
Can you
hang on.
tell me, just give me a little story about Caldwell? Because you were very hot.
I think he's still got. He was excellent in that intro as well.
Was he?
Yep.
Watch your
If you
stat,
liked
dogs.
He
him on the
scores in a lot of-
28th of
he scores in a lot of ways.
January,
There you go.
you should still like him now. He had a little bit of a knee thing. It was just a jarring or something,
Right.
but that's not an issue according to every track watcher I've spoken to.
Okay, and you
Lots
have
of
been
them.
on the blower.
I've been on the
Has.
blower. Miles Bergman's dropped a bit.
Has he? Yeah.
So he's one of those.
Why
next
am I
group.
feeling like a bit worried about that?
Yep.
The old free ride at this time of year.
It is. I'm
You
with you.
start to
I'm with
question
you.
it.
We need to see that forward roll, don't the mid roll,
We
because
know.
that forward
really
roll
need to see
could
it.
be a real thing as well. That's something. That's what worries
Especially
me.
when he was interviewed and he said, I don't
doesn't
know
know.
what I'm doing.
Oh, I knew there was a reason
That's
why I
not
was so
selling
worried
it.
about it.
Come on,
Yeah.
Miles.
Trelaw's there. He had a little bit of a setback, but I think that's probably inevitable when that was going to happen at some
Yeah.
point.
Harsh but true.
Yeah, it's funny because he's at 90, which I feel like you're backing him to play every game and be one of the top guys.
Yep.
And
I
he
just-
could put a bit onto that.
Like he's
Like
just
he was
one
only
of
2
my
years ago.
favourites.
He's 20 points better.
Well, that's
he was
the
the
thing.
best midfielder
I
at
see-
110.
I see Trelaw, I think 110.
Fair enough.
And then it's probably a lot of rookies that you're seeing there in that. But thanks,
that's
at
cool.
Bit in that. You can go and
very
follow
cool.
that to see how they go. Like you see some players too. You can go and click on the website. It sort of shows some ownership out changes. Like for example, from that time, like Tristan Sherry was there. He's gone up since, but he's sort of gone up and down a bit
Yes.
throughout the time. And I reckon it's probably the way some people are thinking about that and where he's at.
I'd be interested to see if the state of origin caused a
bit of panic.
dip in all those big rucks. Just a
Maybe.
little bit down, I reckon, the worm.
I think so.
All right, round one. That's what we're working towards.
We are.
Few days away. Well, a few days. It's 20-odd days, I think it was.
Yep.
Something like that.
No wonder I turned it up that notch.
Yeah. So,
Click another
what
one.
does it look like between now and then? Here's your little calendar, almost. We've got match simulations. They actually start this afternoon.
Yeah.
We get Geelong and Hawthorn playing, so get a look at that. Match simulations, they're all a bit random at times, though.
They are.
The way they're played and what we see. So, this one today, it's at the Kennedy Community Centre, so it's a Dingley one where it's really windy, apparently. They're going 4 by 30-minute quarters. No time on for that.
Right.
This is off the back of Origin. So, who's missing from that? You've got
Holmes,
Baz,
all those guys.
Danger.
Yep.
Stuart. Cameron didn't play in that, so
Yep.
don't know whether that means he doesn't
So it's
want
half
to
a
miss.
team.
Nearly not worth watching that one.
probably-
Except, there's still a couple actually.
There's still a
isn't
few
there?
players.
Yeah, all right, okay.
Especially on the other side, there's like the midfield mix.
So Hawthorn,
For
yeah.
Hawthorns.
Who'd they have? Just Gunston? Who else was there? Oh, Barris and Battle both played, didn't they?
Yeah, so their midfield should be close to what it will be.
Yeah.
So, like, watching Connor McDonald, see if he gets mid-clock
Yes,
would be an
okay.
interesting.
So when we're watching these games, what are we
Dylan
watching
Moore.
for? You need to take note of who's not there.
Yes.
Yep.
That's the thing. And so if you're getting excited about, this role that someone's got, is someone there that's going to bump them from that?
Yes.
Does it look like that's a thing that could be consistent moving forward? And who that is. So they're the key things. I reckon the start of the game is probably the best time to watch it.
Yeah.
give yourself the first quarter, maybe first half, to see what you're
think so.
thinking out of that before things get changed around.
Well, they get
'Cause
silly,
they're going to
don't
have
they?
unlimited interchanges. They're going to have all that stuff.
Some games are more quarters than that too, aren't
Yeah, so you go across these. A lot of these are the 4x30s,
Yeah.
but you see some different ones like Gold Coast and St Kilda are doing 4x20, but they're going to go time on. And then some will do those things where the reserves come on basically later. None of those are named up like that.
Okay.
But we do see, some Melbourne and North Melbourne are going 4x25s with no time on, but they're going to go scenario training.
Are they?
So, they'll go, 25-minute mark, you're down by 2 points or whatever, or they might...
I just would love to know, like, which coach suggests these changes and things like that. And, like, there'd be a big pecking order.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if one of the big ones say, Cow, this is what we're doing. We're going to go 25s, a bit of scenario training. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sounds good, yeah.
Does anyone ever push back? Oh, no, I'm not even remotely interested in scenario training.
We don't want to be down by 10 with 2 minutes to go.
No.
You be down by 10.
So these
That sort of thing.
are going to be from today, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we'll see some games.
Okay.
And you'll be able to watch those on KO. So they are there, so you are able to get on board.
So one scenario would be Zippy, Colby, is in the square.
Who's Colby? Oh, sorry, I know him as Zippy. Yeah.
So Colby's in the square. You're on 99 fantasy points, Colby. Yeah. What would you do in this situation?
Scenario.
Right? And Colby steps out, kicks it, and everyone just claps.
Well done.
Yeah, there we go.
We're ready for the
played.
season to start.
So, you say it goes up a notch. This goes up a notch, watching these.
Yeah.
But then the next week, it goes up probably 3 or 4 notches.
How many notches are there?
The AAMI Community Series.
He was right. It's 4.
Starts there on Wednesday the 25th of February with Carlton and Geelong playing. These are more fair income.
Yes.
Better coverage is one thing. You're not filmed by Calvin on the tripod out there trying to...
Camera.
Respect to all the tripod
Yes.
filmers, though.
Because we need them.
we need them.
exactly.
Yep.
But, that Adelaide game was a hard watch. That one wasn't a good one. The Intraclub the other day.
Did it
But-
give you a headache?
really?
Yeah, motion sickness.
Did it
Felt
really?
like did you ever go on the Devil Cat from Georgetown to
No.
Melbourne, like the
No.
catamaran? Nicknamed the Spew Cat because you just had that motion sickness because that's what it felt like.
Yeah, right. No.
And that's what I felt like there when
Didn't
I
they
had
have
to
a
spend
tripod?
5 hours laying on the floor vomiting. It was
Oh.
bad. It wasn't good.
when you're watching the game,
Yeah. Out the window.
Green
King
vest.
Island when I was going past it.
Green vest punishment.
And I Googled it. I found out this is probably not an AFL Fantasy podcast worthy story. But Googled
I'm
it.
in. Yeah, go.
I'm interested.
It got decommissioned here and went to other places and did its job, ferrying around.
Yeah.
They moved it to another place, sunk halfway between there and the other place. What? It sunk.
we're lucky to have you here.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Could have been in the
wow.
middle of Bass Strait somewhere.
Wow.
25 years ago when I caught that thing.
I'm glad you're okay, Doc.
Gosh, sometimes
Anyway.
just the penny drops that sometimes we just need to be grateful for him.
I know.
Like, as annoying
Sorry,
as he
dog.
is.
Sometimes I'm mean
Right,
to you.
let's play on. So these games here, we are going to see more of a fair income thing because
Yes.
I reckon a lot of these Origin players or anyone that's got that tiny little niggle or the management probably don't play in these match sims, but they most likely play in that. The only caveat on that one might be the ones that do have the opening round. There might be that little management leading into that because then that's only a week later. What do we look for in these ones then? I guess this is more real.
This is very real.
Well, we just watch with a very open mind,
We
really.
do, yes.
And it's like the stats are obviously our best friends.
And we
but
get to see them in these ones, in the AAMI.
eye test of AAMI,
Yep.
it just cannot be underestimated, I reckon.
Premiums you don't worry about.
No.
We've said this many times before, but Swanee didn't care about pre-season games.
He could not have been any clearer when he told us that. Like he
Yeah.
said, if anyone is any good, do not expect them to score. Like he would frown upon or look down on like fake premiums that actually tried
To get it,
to try to touch
Yep.
it. What gear would he have been in?
Oh.
He did not even turn it up a notch from Christmas.
No. One
For
or
those
two,
games?
Just putted through, he did.
So you could be, he'd still have 30, but still, it's just watch the role, especially
roll.
for the next tier.
Yeah,
guys.
and it is really the rookie watch too of
It
going
is.
who is going to be a good chance to be in that side, and it can actually add some value because we've got our extra on the bench, we've got our 5 on the bench now, so even the rules is going to be the thing to look at for this, see if there's any effect with the rules. But do these rookies, are they going to be a headache for us? Are they going to be too borderline? Is their role going to be too average? Like, if you're getting low time on ground in a pracky game, then that's not going to be great for in season, is it?
See, this is the thing. We say that, and that is a very professional, smart thing to say.
Yep.
But then sometimes, like, we get to the opening round, and guys are plucked from, like, who knows, didn't even know they were on a list, and they get a game over some of those guys that have time on ground. So it's just very dangerous areas. We get super excited because it's like as close to the real thing as we're going to get.
Yeah.
But, gee, you have to tread carefully. I don't know how many failed mid-prices we have picked over the years based on the back of roll was there, looked amazing, added something, probably best on ground.
Yep.
And then, like, 2 weeks into the season, we're like, oh, omitted. Is that really a shock to us?
Because those guys
No.
are playing for their
Yes.
life.
What Swanee said.
Yeah. They're playing to impress.
Yes.
Whereas your premiums are just going through the motions.
And then we have opening round.
Oh,
now that's a
Now,
problem.
this
here
is
we go.
a
Cheat
cheat
code.
code for
Yes.
us.
Yes.
So it's a little bit different to last year because we've got 5 games. Now, initially it was going to be 4 games, as it sort of has been since the birth of opening round, which means we've got 10 early buys. Now, a few people are incorrectly saying, because we had 2 games cancelled because of the cyclone up
Yes.
there last year, we still had 6 teams on a bye
Yeah.
in the early buys. So only one was able to still be played because that was Geelong and Brisbane, wasn't
Yes.
it? They were able to be played. Anyway, so there's still 6 teams, but now there's 10 teams. So it is different because there's an extra 4 teams that have early buys. They're spread out with a 4-4-2 model from round 2 to 3 and 4. And we've talked a bit about them. You can check out the fixture to be on top of that. But the really simple things for us, what's our strategy watching? Let's start with watching opening round. Yep, we're watching rule change. We're watching because it's real football now.
real.
It's going to, the 4 points are on the board, that
Yeah.
sort of stuff, how that looks, how the umpires are reacting to different things, like the stand rule and
Yeah.
all that. But what are we watching for in that? And I'll put that with our players that we're semi-considering, the scores that they have.
Have you budged off your score of 200, Roy?
I've come in.
You've come in. What is
Yes.
it now? What do they need to have?
Well,
It's gonna
obviously
depend
it
on the
depends
player, but-
on, yeah, and price. Like Sam Taylor forced dog's hand
did.
last year.
120.
Yeah,
So,
I remember.
Like that 120 would have been the line with him to force your hand.
Yeah.
Like we stuffed it last year. Like couldn't have stuffed it up any worse. Like we were on a winner chasing Ash's first score, and then
Yeah, it's a State of Origin medalist, EJ Whitten medalist.
exactly. Then he had a quiet one. We got rid of.
Yep.
Shocking read.
That was bad.
You got Sam Taylor for what? His price rise, but you ended up with him for an extended period. Totally stuffed that up.
Yep.
So with these lines, I think you need to be comfortable
Yep.
knowing they could be there for a while,
There
as
you go.
Dog found
Yes,
out.
well
So, like, what's your line for someone like Sam Walsh?
Yeah, so now this is where we'll go. Let's even say a player priced at over 100,
Yeah.
Errol Goulden, we've got in our sides.
Yep.
Have you got him, Roy?
No.
No.
But I
Cow and
know why
I
you
do.
guys do.
We've got him, what, 102?
Yep.
We think he can be that 110, top few of the line.
Yes.
We can wear that.
Yes.
We'd still need to see a very good score from him. Like, we're going to need that 110 plus score, I think. Otherwise, we wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I think so. You don't want to be buying one of those guys taking a hit with the buy and then taking a price drop.
110.
Oh,
is
110
enough,
might
isn't it?
even not be enough. Like, it might need to be a 120. Don't know. It's an interesting one.
It is.
Okay.
But he's the
As
only
we
one that I've
stand
really
right
got
here.
as a premium player.
Right.
Then you go your Walsh type plays.
Yeah.
Where you're feeling like we're going to get our 10 plus points upside from, but you're getting him that little bit cheaper.
If Welsh, okay, I want your line first on Errol, not this throwing numbers around.
Yeah.
As of today, and there's a bit of water to go under the bridge, as of today, what would your line for Errol be? Priced at 102.
If he scores 120, I'm picking him.
So he plays Carlton.
Yeah.
So the line, I'm happy with a 110. If it's a 110, I'm still in on that.
Right.
Yeah.
So is it what you think he might average as such?
Oh,
Is that the thing? Like if it's the 110 that's the only reason you're buying Errol is because you think he's going to be about that 110.
and he's an
Average.
he's easy rolling 22.
He is.
You know,
He's
that's what
top
we need.
three.
That's what we need.
Yeah. Okay. Sam Walsh priced at about 92.
Yep.
What do you need from him?
It's almost the eye test.
It is. That's a big
thing.
factor with him. Yep.
What's that role? Is he getting enough of that inside, and does the inside-outside work well for him, especially in this rule change world? If he goes over 100,
Yeah.
that's probably enough.
If he goes 100 eye test tick,
Yeah.
I think that's enough for someone like Walsh. Now, one thing I'll be looking at really closely,
Because they do have Richmond the next week.
yes,
Yes.
in cheat code round,
Yep.
is the Giants. Like, we could get
Yeah.
a layup pick there. So
We
what
could.
if we watch them and Toby Green is a full-time midfielder,
Yep.
for example? Like, that's not going to happen. But say Toby Green's full-time midfielder, but in that round, for one reason or another, only scores 80, I would still be considering that.
Yeah.
Because if he's in there, he's not an 80 guy.
Yep.
He's a 100 guy. But that's where a low line would be something I wouldn't be too worried about if the eye test passed.
We'll talk to these more in depth, I reckon, around the time. But then you've got your Nick Newmans. You've got your Kitty Coleman who do have that round 2 bye. Because in a little sense of this is going, round 2 bye is the one that you want to avoid players from as much because it is literally you're getting one game out of them.
Okay.
Yes, 2 price rises, but one game.
Here's one for you. You're watching Kitty Coleman. He plays the whole game at half forward and scores 80. What do you do?
I think you've got to jump off just based on roll.
Roll.
Even though it's near 30 over what he's priced at.
Yes. Yeah, I know, Roy.
These discussions are going to be fantastic.
Different element.
You
isn't
mentioned GWS as well. They've got the round 4 bye, and it's the easy one because only 2 teams run it. However, it's St Kilda,
Yep.
who we may end up with a few from. Like your no-brainer there is your Flanders.
Yes. Yep.
You might have the Pooh.
Maybe.
You might have those people that might be wanting Nasiah.
Yeah.
Those people also, Jack Carroll, he could be
Well, there you
floating around,
go.
but
It's in the mix.
you could have a few players from that. Yeah. All right, so
Look, we could sit here all day
Yeah,
and
exactly.
come up with scenarios.
Can we?
Right?
literally that pod after might have to have a split podcast.
Yes.
Yes or no? We
What
just go
score are
through
we
the
taking?
scores.
That's one of those ones where I 100% forget we're actually recording it for a purpose.
Yep.
And I get that into
Yep.
10-cent conversation that I
Yep.
forget where we are.
Yep. Let's forget where we are right now and hit up this.
Got a question for the traders? Tweet the boys at AFL Fantasy or head to facebook.com/AFL Fantasy official.
We threw it out there on socials at AFL Fantasy for people to ask their questions. Fantasy Observer wants to know this combo. Is it Petrarca and Bergman as a pair or Nasiah and Lawler?
I think I liked this tweet yesterday because I thought it was an outstanding question.
Okay.
Where do you sit on it?
So you didn't think about it.
No, I couldn't answer him.
I think I'm the first one with Petrarca and Bergman.
That is where I am.
Did you?
Am,
Well, we
yes.
both can't be wrong.
Well, we can because I'm not sure about Bergman still.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that is where I ended up.
The other one is a little bit
leaning
more.
towards.
We'll call the other one a little bit more guns and rookies,
I
if
know.
you like.
Or
Yes.
who would you prefer out of Lawler and Bergman?
Berg.
I'm starting
But
to
if you're
lean
saving
some-
the cash to go Lawler in the forward line,
I think I'm actually more confident in
yeah,
Lawler at the
that's
moment.
almost
This
how
is
I
a-
feel too.
I can't believe I've gone iceberg.
You have.
We'll see it's going to be an interesting.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
Rightio. Jack wants to know, are we underestimating Marshall considering he shared with Ryder previously? Yeah, he doesn't struggle to score. It's just going to be how sporadic it is. And, yeah.
He'll become relevant again when he gets forward status.
Agreed.
Because he's a good player, no doubt about it. But no, he is priced at a small fortune, and there's no way basically a key forward who chops out in the ruck can get close to those numbers.
No, they can't.
Manny, I've come in very late this season. Welcome. Doesn't
it's
take
fine.
once we're all
Heaps
here.
of time, mate.
So a lot of catching up to. Thoughts of Whitfield or Ash as starting picks?
Look,
Whitfield.
He's unders.
He
Whitfield
is.
is unders based on a couple of real low injury
Those
scores.
half-forward games
Yep,
too.
and then
that
half
ain't
forward.
happening again.
No, so when he went back, after he came back from his concussion, he returned to that halfback role and basically just went at 110.
Yeah.
So could push and be at that 110.
So
guy.
in my role on 22, it's a good question for you to ask because they're actually side by side. But
Yep.
I've got Witt ahead of Ash.
Yeah, so he went 111 in his last 7.
Yeah.
Yep. And 112 in his first 10.
Yeah. So I'm
Just that
Witt,
middle patch.
then Ash, but not much in between.
Yep.
Aaron, is Merritt a real chance of getting forward status? He would if he played like he did in the Origin game, but
That was not a reflection of...
I don't know. I wonder if he's pushed out a little bit just because of the Bombers' stacked midfield. Okay, Caldwell in there, Durham in there.
Oh, will there be any spots left in the All-Australian midfield at this rate?
No, I don't think he's getting forward status. He won't be doing enough to do that.
Who did he say was number 2?
I don't know. I've never heard of him.
Durham.
No, come on, though.
He's a good player.
I just... They're
He-
offering him
he
a
took a
contract
hit last year.
extension. He's not going to be happy.
Darcy
I'll
Parish?
sign up. Playing half forward for the Bombers. I don't think so. He'll be in the guts. There's no way he's getting forward status.
No chance.
All right, Digby, what are your thoughts on the ruck line? The State of Origin game had multiple rucks playing, which didn't ease any concerns about a massive dip in ruck scores. News from the SA team suggests they might try different rucks due to the new rules. And that's probably one of the things. Like these guys, we've got question marks on guys now.
We do.
Sweet and O'Brien, who, let's say a month ago, yep, they'll be the ruck, maybe even solo ruck type thing.
Yeah.
But now, that could change. We're hearing the Meek and Reeves combo could be that's a watch because Meeky was probably someone we ranked fairly well
Definitely.
as a ruck.
Deservingly so.
I don't want to say it, but Briggsy stocks on the
Are
rise.
they? Or did you see? Actually, I missed that one. Nick Madden.
Oh, what?
He was
Yeah,
good.
no, he's in
Kicked
trouble.
5 goals.
Yeah, as a forward, mate.
Yeah.
So the
They
thing...
might play them together, though. That's the issue.
It's... some clubs are jumping at the shadow
They
of
are.
the rule change more than us.
Yes. We thought we were panicking.
Yeah.
They
There's
are
clubs that are
legit.
panicking.
It was a great. If you haven't gone back and listened to that podcast, it was a great chat with Louis last
It
week.
was.
With Freako.
That was good.
So he.
That was some of our best work because we weren't involved in
We didn't have to do much.
it. No, he
We
offered
did
a
it
lot.
Yeah.
It
That
was good.
really good.
But yeah, things might change during the season anyway. That's one of my little gut feels as well. Is
Yeah.
that it's going to evolve.
Yeah, and I feel like the really good ones come out of it squeaky clean.
Agree.
All right, next question. Nick Newman is starting to feel cold from Jim's Jets here.
Ooh.
Yeah, I hear you, Jim.
It's
So,
a concern.
We're just not seeing highlights of him.
No.
Where are the highlights of him racking up his uncontested marks at half-back and kicking?
Well,
I'm not seeing them.
it's not a really exciting highlight to show.
Well, he's not going to take a hanger, cow, if that's what you're saying.
No, well, that's exactly what I'm saying. So he's priced at 72.
Yeah,
Okay. We know what he can do,
120
but we just,
in the run home.
we're not
2024.
seeing anything from them.
So he was carrying a niggle, wasn't he? Was it
That's
calf?
That's a concern already.
Is he going to play this week?
Well, and that's what we're going to need.
He's
to
back
find.
into full training now.
So
that
you're
right?
tipping him to play?
Don't know.
You are correct. He is back into full training. So you think he might play this week?
Well, he's one to watch.
Yeah, but you have
Yes.
every right to have him next to Iceberg
Yep.
as people we are a little bit cold on.
Yep, they are.
All right. AFL Fantasy Factory, are we investing too much cap by entering round one with this defensive line? Rosie, Sinclair, who we haven't seen, but I don't hate the Sinclair
No,
pick at all.
no.
McCarthy, McKercher, Newman at D5, and then Zekulan at D6.
Well, if they're all fit, nearly all of them have upside.
Yeah.
They do.
I think Sinclair is just fairly priced. He'll just be a 105 guy. I think he'll be the number one distributor down back again.
Oh, I think he's
So-
going to be great.
So you're at, what, 105? Great.
I don't know if he can get to that. So he's been 101, 102, 102 the last
If
3
he doesn't
years.
have an Asaya there,
That's what I was
they're the
thinking.
splits you need to look at, what he can do.
So
But he's got an early buy.
if
so
he didn't have an early buy, I'd be very interested.
interested.
With it, I'm not. But like all those other guys have definitely spent time in my back line this preseason.
Yeah.
Hawkers Hero. Oh, and sorry there, AFL Fantasy Factory. You're missing Blackiston. You got it, but you've got. I think this is the thing. You squeeze your cash where you can.
Well, if we don't
Blackiston, you do that with, and there's a few of these other rookies that are defensive eligible that you might want/need.
I've got another question for you.
Go.
Okay.
What if
At AFL Fantasy, where you can do that, right?
What if? Do I have to?
Tweet it in.
If I could jump the line just this one time.
Oh, this one time.
Say if Newman
Don't you know who I am?
misses opening round and then lines up for Richmond round 1, what
So-
do you do?
I'd be a no.
Would you?
I would be concerned with the fact that he has missed a game
Right.
for some reason.
Okay. Dog? No? A no for that?
Yeah.
You don't get it much easier intro.
I know. I agree. It's a great little matchup.
Okay, thank you for that.
That's okay.
Noted.
What would you do?
I'll start him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
Dom, how you going, superstars? Now, beside the buy players, which big dog premium midfielder would you pick? My default is Dawson, I think.
Yeah, so I've got Dawson at the moment as
Do
well.
ya?
Yep, I've got a big.
Wow, you are
You
spending
know how
cash.
I go in the middle, Roy?
And you definitely have Blackiston saving
the-
cash in your back
Yeah,
line.
definitely got Blackiston.
I ducked into the toilet yesterday afternoon, actually, for the
you?
first time this preseason. I
Yep.
walked out of the loo with Dawson.
There we go.
In.
Yeah.
I
So-
like a lot about it.
Yes.
Only 16% ownership.
Yep. No early buy.
No.
Of all the big boys there, he's the only one without an early buy.
Which player are you most excited to see this year? Who we got?
Jagger.
Oh, Dacos, if he's going to be doing what he did.
Sam.
Oh, yes.
Sammy Walsh.
Oh, man.
Who? Who do you think I meant?
Darcy.
Oh, crikey.
Sam,
Wait, he's no
the
Sam Walsh.
Barnacle, Matty B. Should I be worried if my team's too vanilla?
No.
No. That's
No.
how you start.
It is. It's a very safe place to start. Look, I'm going to say that we're not going to lose a winner hat in round 1, but we could lose it.
Ooh.
We
okay.
could.
Yes.
So we just need to stick with the trends. You can have a couple of lowish ownership guys, but you don't have to take massive out there chasing a breakout punts. I don't think.
You don't have to. Yeah, I agree.
Lockie's thrown this one. Who's more of a liability, Briggs or Parrish?
Briggs.
I think it's Briggs.
Parrish
Getting
will be
out,
fine, I
yeah,
think.
and I think if Parrish something happens, whether it's injury or it's not going the way you want it to, you've got options.
Yeah.
Briggs is a hard one for options. It's almost a restructure if you're trying to go from him to someone.
With someone like Parrish, you've almost got options all over the ground with DPP.
Yeah.
So you would find something on one of the lines. With Big Brigger,
Yeah, and I hate to agree on this one.
You
but
are
we're right.
in a tight spot.
Cow, Trapple Treat's coming into everything.
Yeah, it's catching on.
It is.
Yeah.
You wait
Foolery
for-
wants to know Toby Green, Trapple Treat.
Trap or treat. I'm going to say treat for the moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, I like
yeah,
that.
I like it as well. So he's a treat for the moment, dog. I think
I
I've got an
didn't
article
think
coming
you would
up.
be bold enough to say that.
Yeah, that's how I go. Bold cow. New nickname.
Noah's asking basically, is it worth starting tall forwards in draft? I think that's where you can.
Yeah.
You could, yes.
Yeah, you can.
You're getting like a Kerno unders.
You are.
Because I think he's got a 60 odd next to his name,
He
doesn't
does,
he?
he does.
So even Harry,
Harry will put some on.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a few.
And
And then
obviously
I think you feel
Darcy's-
fairly, when we say safe, but yeah, like a Darcy, those guys, they are still right up there though. Like I still
Yeah.
default to guys that might find the pill easier,
Yes.
where you have this less sporadic
Yeah.
scoring, maybe.
But in draft, yeah, load them up.
Tom, Elliot, is he a risk? The answer is yes.
Massive.
But is it a risk that you could take?
Like, there's no riskier name in the game than Yowie.
Yeah.
However, over the years, I have grown so respectful of what he is as a player. Like, he is legit old school, hardcore, bullocking bull, that guy. Like, he doesn't get enough credit for that. You watch the young guys bounce off him if he comes in for the opposition.
Yeah.
He's a brute in there. It's no wonder he's hurt all the time. Is he a risk? Look at the history. Massive risk.
Significantly cheaper than Parrish.
Yeah.
So
What?
yes,
Is he?
Yeah. So
So, okay, Yowie strings 6 games together.
yep,
He doesn't average under 90 if he plays 6 straight.
he'd be around that, wouldn't
He
he?
would. He'd
Yep.
be probably spot on it.
Okay.
Maybe to the decimal.
There we go.
Wow.
But yes, high risk.
Yeah,
Okay,
completely.
this one comes from Anthony. Now, he's got a draft league coming up. He said, can you guys pick our draft order? So I thought, oh, yeah, why not?
Yeah, we could do
But
that.
we've done it pretty in
Well, he's the community podcast. Why not?
in a way of doing this. And this might be an idea for leagues to do. What I thought, you gave us the team names. They've got 14 in their league.
Whoa.
That's going to be big when it
Whoa,
comes
whoa,
to
wee,
rucks,
whoa.
isn't it?
Oh, down the bottom there's going
Rucks
to be...
will all be going to that first round.
I hope they've got flex on too.
Imagine
Just
Flex.
for a bully's heaven there at the top. Wow.
So what we've done, we have gone with the 14 teams and I've randomised those. Then I've randomised 14 names that we'll be playing in the Carlton and Geelong. Well, hopefully playing. If not,
They might have
you'll
to sub one in or out.
Sub them in and work that out. Commissioner can have discretion on that when we see final teams or whatever. But 14 teams, Carlton and Geelong that play the first of the AAMI Community Series
Yes.
games
Oh,
next
that'd be fun.
Wednesday.
Yes.
So then the scoring will be top scorer, they get pick one, and so on. If there's a tie, whoever's first on the list in the order because it's randomised those. That's how it goes.
Nice.
Smart?
Yep.
All right, here they are. Harold Bounces. Congratulations, you've got George Hewitt. You Dirty Bludger. You have got Mark Pitnet. I'm not going to read them all out, actually. Gone with the wind.
Send
Yeah, I
them
can.
to-
Jagger. There you go, Roy. You'd like that.
I like that a lot.
Dunks Dykes have got Sam Walsh. Mark Blickars has gone to Jackoff. Then we've got We're Optimistic at number 6. You've got Ben Ainsworth. Stacked FC. You've got Sean Manor. James Warple at number 8. He's going to Bend It Like Dawson. 9, the G Train, ends up with Tanner Bruin, who could be an interesting player to
he's
watch,
one to
I
watch,
reckon, over
actually.
this time.
Yeah.
And then Hoop Doop Dazzlers, Grind Myers, Stroking My Doty, Tom Atkins, Peptide Patrol has Francis Evans. There you go. That might be the pick on the turn, possibly.
My boy.
Your boy, all
Mullet
right.
Mafia, Ollie Hollins, and Blakey's Golden Boys is Ollie Dempsey. There you go. That might be an idea to do your draft order. Pick one of these games. Everyone gets a pick, and it's a little bit like Cow. You did the loose handball.
Well, I
so
can't-
everyone,
yeah.
how did you do it? Did people have to pick their person, or did you just randomly
So
allocate?
you've
those?
done this one before, Roy, where we had to pick the player before we knew what the concept was.
Yes.
And I really liked that. I didn't have time to do that, so I
No,
just
you just gave them.
randomised and
Yeah.
just said, this is who you were.
Yeah.
Which sucked for me because I knew the outcome before it actually started.
Yeah, it's just
But
part of being good at it,
it's
Cow.
the way it is. It's the way it is.
So, yeah, get your draft league sorted now. So, if you haven't done that yet, get that organised. But, yeah, that might be a nice way. Gives you something to watch as well. Watch the games in the AAMI, and then
Well,
you go, that can dictate
think
where your pick is.
It's just another reason to get together and
Isn't
it's
it?
Exactly.
I think of it as the UFC. That's the weigh-in. Everyone's together. That's
Yeah.
good.
It
Yeah, make
is.
another day of it.
You beauty. All right, this is going to be a big week. We're going to follow all of the match sim games and see how we go. Our next podcast will be wrapping those up, and we'll see what we learn from those ones.
Lots.
But, yeah, keep clicking back to afl.com.au/fantasy. Great stuff. I do believe Calvin's annual article is coming out this week.
New stripes, right price.
Oh, can't wait, because you nailed some rippers last year.
Oh, there.
Bailey Smith.
Yeah. Caleb Daniel.
Yep. Jack
Jack
McRae.
McRae. There's some
Oh,
great
yeah.
ones in
Oh.
there.
They all put plus 20.
We won't mention the others.
All the others, but we'll see what you
hey,
can.
You'll
come
find
up
a
with.
few good ones.
And make sure you're following all on social media. Stay up to date. We're getting close.
We're getting
Now we've
close.
got some real stuff. Those notches are turning up.
Can you imagine how many times you're going to be asked trap or treat after these games next week?
Hey, send them in. Send them in. Never wrong. Yet to get one wrong.
Maybe that's better than stocks up. Stocks down. Trap or treat. Calvinator.
People are
Take it
saying it.
over.
People are saying it.
I'm redundant.
Thanks, legends.